because they work like by rules. So you have untold rules, no, unwritten rules.
Yeah, unwritten,
so
untold.
You have to learn that unwritten rules so you can.
Hello everyone, good morning or good afternoon, whatever it is over there for you. I hope you all are doing great, and over here I'm doing great, and you can see I have a friend, again a new guest with us today too, and please welcome her here with me. So hi.
Hi.
I want you to introduce yourself, how you people want to know you.
Okay, I'm Sofia. I'm from Argentina. I'm 33 years old. I'm now a Japanese student.
So yeah guys, so she is a student, she is not a dependent, or neither she is a person who have been living here in Japan for so long. So this will be a very different video than the one which I have been till now, because till now I have talked with many Japanese or the people who have living in Japan for so long, but you are the person with whom I'll be talking because you have experience of living in Japan for a year, right?
Yes, I live here for 1 year with a working holidays visa. Then I came back to Argentina for around 1 year, and then I came back here like 3 months ago. So it's like in total 1 year and 3 months.
Yeah. So guys, she's now in student visa, which is very different visa than the Japanese person or myself. So now you will hear of difficulties, challenges, and everything what she faced and how she overcome it. So if you are planning to live in Japan or come in Japan as a student, then I think it might help you in a bit better way. So let's get started. Okay. So what types of country do you think Japan is?
What?
Types of country do you think Japan is?
Type of country?
Yeah, it's easy country, hard country.
That depends in the personality of the person. I think for me it was an easy country because I think it goes with my personality.
Oh.
But I sometimes feel for other Argentinians it could be difficult country because Argentinians are like really easygoing persons.
Oh.
And Japanese are like more like the kind of calm and shy type of person, and I'm like that type of person. So I think for me it was easy country, but I think for other persons could be really difficult.
So it means that if you are a person who is calm or like with a little bit shy, who wants to be on their own surrounding, it's a very easy country for those people to go with. But if you're a little bit energetic, want to be friend with this and that, want to this, that, like going around, hanging out, then it might be a little bit hard to get used to the culture and everything.
Yeah, or especially maybe interacting with Japanese.
Yeah,
maybe
I
that
think
could be more difficult for that kind of person.
Okay, do you think it's a great country as a foreigner, like to leave? I think you do because it matters.
Yes, I love Japan, so I think it's really good country. I don't know, like for foreigners, like in general, I know there is really bad points as a foreigner. There is also really good points. So it's not everything the best, but still I think it's a good country.
Okay, you think it's a good country to live. So what are the things usually people should consider before coming to Japan, which will make their life easier to live?
Well, first of all, learning the language.
Language is very important.
Yeah, the most important thing. Like, I have seen other Argentinians who come with a working holidays visa and they don't know anything of Japanese. So they struggle a lot with that. So my first advice I give, if you want to come to Japan, even for a working holiday visa, is learning a little of the language, because that's really important, especially for looking for a job. Like even for a job at the restaurant. Like it's really important to know a little bit the basic. Like that's really important.
So having a basic level of Japanese is very important when you are planning to come to Japan. Just have a basic knowledge like Ohayo gozaimasu, arigatou gozaimasu, genki desu ka? Like very basic. I think that will help you a lot of things. And after coming here, you will be able to learn other words because you will interact with a lot of Japanese on a daily basis. If you got a job, I think that's also the easy way of learning the language, right?
Yeah. Then you will learn more, but you have to come with some basic knowledge.
Okay. Except language, there are any other things you think like if you have this, it will be more easier for you to live in Japan?
You have to know like how the culture is. Like you have to come with in mind with how they work. Like they always ask me if I had a culture shock when I came here, and I already read a lot how Japan works, so I really didn't feel I had a culture shock. But I feel people who don't know how Japan works, they have a culture shock.
Okay. So learning about the culture is very important when you come to Japan
because they work like by rules. So you have untold rules, no unwritten rules.
Yeah, unwritten, untold.
You have to learn that unwritten rules so you can live easily and don't feel judged.
Yeah, I think that's very important. I think no one has mentioned till now. I feel like there are many unwritten, unspoken rules which you have to follow by learning through the person, by seeing the colleagues or anyone like in the train. You should not speak. I think that's the rule which is not written anywhere in Japan, but also you just has to follow that. I think there are other many rules like not eating outside while you're walking. I think that's also one rule which you should follow in Japan. And there are many rules which are not written in a book or anything, but you just do it on your own by realizing the surrounding culture.
Sometimes I didn't know those rules, but I just see how they do, how they work. Like, I don't know. I remember the first time I went to a cafe, and like in Argentina, you usually leave the plates or everything in the table. But I know here sometimes it's not like that. So that time I just was looking what they were doing. So they are taking the trays there and leaving that there. Okay, I will do the same. So you have to look what they do and copy them.
I think from here I remember something is that like I used to work in McDonald's a few years ago, and the McDonald's was in Akihabara, a very crowded place in Tokyo, and at the time many foreigners used to leave their like trays on the place where they eat. And because me living over here for so long, I'm not used to like taking that all like clearing all the things, because in Japan you generally do it by yourself. And I used to get surprised like why they're not taking that fast, because I know it, right? Because I'm working and I get tired, and again I have to do something extra work. And at that time, like I was teenage also, so I used to get more annoyed than now. But okay, now it makes sense. Like in Japan, in Starbucks, McDonald's, any other fast food places, your trash will be taken by yourself. You should take care of your own trash. So it's not like you leave your trash over in the tray where you eat. You have to clear that all the place, and you have to leave when you leave. I think that's also one very important rule which many foreigners they don't know.
Yes, like that is in a lot of things. Like I think you have to look what the Japanese do and just copy them. Like in the train, there's the same. Like the escalator when they go to this side. Well, just copy them and go to this side.
Okay, like when you're standing on the escalator, also like
side.
One side you have to walk and one side you have to stand, right? So though in which side people are standing, just stand on that side. If you want to walk, just follow the opposite side.
Yeah,
I think that are the very unspoken rules which are followed in Japan, and there are other many unspoken rules like when you have to wait in a line. In other country you don't wait in line that much, but in Japan you are very strictly like
Yeah.
being you have to stand in a line. I think that's also the unspoken rules, right? You can't break a line, you can't break a queue and just
Yeah.
go around.
Yeah.
And okay, so you mean culture, like unspoken rules, language, any other do you have? You feel like?
I can't think of anything now.
Okay, so okay, if you think it's like, so what are the skills do you think you should like people should have when coming to Japan?
Skills?
Yeah.
That depends in the job you want to do. Like, if you want to like work in a restaurant or something like that, you have to know how to cook or something like that. Like, I don't know, many people who come with working holiday visa, you know you will end up working on a restaurant, on a hotel. So I think it could be nice if you already know some of
basic
those,
rules,
like,
basic needs.
Yeah, if you come with that visa especially because it's the typical works you do with working holiday visa. Like when I came here with the working holiday visa, my first job was a restaurant. I already know how to cook, so I was fine. But then I changed to a hot restaurant in a hotel, like service job, and I didn't know. It was really new for me, everything, so at first I hated it. It was really hard until I get used to it. But yeah, if I already know a little, that could have been nice. But I didn't know anything about that kind of job at all.
So you mean that in which visa you are coming, just consider and try to know something on that visa. Like if you're coming on a working visa, try to know some work so that you can go get that job more easily, and you won't face many problems while working in that field or anything like that. Or if you're coming in a student visa, you can learn a language or any computer skills or language like English skills and anything which will help you to be better with the different side. If you don't know the Japanese, but I think there are many foreigners when you come in a student visa with whom you can have a communication or conversation. Like having English will be very beneficial for you to learn one language in a different ways, right? I think that's also a good way, like having skills on the preferred visa or anything like that.
Yeah, about English, that I think that's really important too. Like, some people think that knowing English is not that important here because not every Japanese know English. But for looking for a job, I think it's good to know it because sometimes if you know English, they want you because you know English and you can work with foreigners.
Yeah, I think now especially the number of foreigners, like the visitors of the foreigners in Japan is too much, it's increasing so rapidly. And if you have multiple language skills, it's a very good chance for you to get a better job, like front decks in the hotels, in the restaurants or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, I think I get that too. I same as you. I also have a little bit of different language skills because of which it's very easy for me to get a job in Japan, like part-time jobs and that all. So wow, that's so good. Like concentrations. Okay. Do you have how many? Like, do you have Japanese friends or not?
Yeah, when I first came with the working holidays visa, I stayed in a share house. There were many Japanese. The first friend I made here is a Japanese girl. So yeah, and then I made more Japanese friends. So yeah, I
So what are the things do you think that people should consider while being friend with Japanese people? Because I think there are many rules you have to be.
First of all, knowing Japanese, like
language.
Yeah, there is Japanese who know English, but I feel like they feel more safe talking in Japanese.
Okay.
So if maybe they are learning English, they also want to practice English with you sometimes. So that's nice too. And then I really don't know. I feel like for my personality, I more like
Adopt their culture more easily.
yeah, I think it's more easily to make friends with Japanese than with other
countries.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think the personality
matters
a lot. Yeah, I feel like I heard from another Argentinians from the groups I'm in, and like they are always struggle to make friends in Japanese friends, and I think that that's because of the personality. Like how I said before, Argentinians are more easygoing, so maybe sometimes invasive. Like they are so touchy.
So don't do that.
Yeah.
It means that if you are too easygoing or too you don't know how to control yourself. And like don't take it badly, but yeah, if you start like tossing person, hugging soon, I think Japanese people don't like that in the beginning. If we get very close, then they will, but if not, then I think they want to make a distance for a bit, right?
Yeah, at first at least.
Yeah, and so as she said, having a language and having a little bit of shy nature is very easy for Japanese because they feel like comfortable when both the people are in the same nature. And yeah, I think
also the tone of the voice, like Argentinians are really loud, and Japanese are they speak so low. So I think that speaking like more lowly, I don't like
it means
that.
like being calm,
more
sweet,
calm,
and like relax, soft is more important than like energetic, like yeah.
That was actually a really big change for me. Like I'm used to everyone speaking loud because in Argentina everyone speaks loud. And when I came here, everyone speaks so low, and sometimes I don't hear them because they speak so low. I don't hear them, and I'm like, "Nani?" And I feel like they think I don't understand, but it's not like I don't understand. I don't hear. I really don't hear because you're speaking so low, and Argentinians speak so loud that I'm not used to that.
Okay, I think that makes more sense too. Like, for me too. I think in many countries in Europe, in America side or that side, many people are very loud. Like it doesn't matter where they are in train or anything, and some of them in Japan also, when they are in train, they speak so loud. And me myself, I just look at them because I don't, that I also have a Japanese culture somewhere in me, right? So I'm not used to like talking loud in trains and that all. So when people speak, I'm like, guys, please stop doing that. Like, I can't say that, but my eyes, I'm just like, please, guys, don't make sound because someone is reading, someone is sleeping, someone is listening to music, and so everyone is taking their own space. They are not disturbing others in Japan, right? And disturbing others in Japan is considered as not good. That point. So yeah, and some of those who don't know the culture and everything, they go so loud. Like in a very big group, talking to each other in a big voice, and I think that's not a good way of being. If you're visiting, I know that you live in few days, so you don't care about that. But if you're living over here, you're planning to live in Japan, then please try to learn the culture as soon as possible. And try to go more out and see the people how they go with the things, how they follow the things, so that it's going to be easy for you to like adopt that culture more easily, more faster.
Yes, to adapt to the culture.
Yeah, be open-minded. I'll just say that. So, do you know there are many words like Japanese people says, but that does not make the same meaning. They make the very different meanings. Do you know some of the words?
Yes, I always like daijoubu.
That's
Sometimes I just get confused because daijoubu, no, don't do it, or daijoubu, it's okay. Like it's really confusing sometimes.
Daijoubu, yeah, it's like daijoubu. It means like I don't need it. And I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
The intonation has a different meaning. So how the person says, if the person says very low, then it means that the person is not good, but that person does not want your help at all, or that person want help, but that person don't want to show that person want help. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they are not seeking for that, but they are seeking for that. It's like that. So intonation makes a very big difference in Japan.
Yeah.
And do you know there is one word which is called ikettara, if I can, I will go.
I didn't know that.
It
No.
means, okay, I'll say that. I think if you can hear, if you have a friend from Japan and if that person is not that close to you, and but you want to go out with that person, if that person says that "Iketta," it means that person is not going.
Yeah.
Let's try to know that. I think
because they don't say it directly.
Yeah.
They just
if they are using if and maybe in any sentence when you are planning for going out, meeting each other, if they're using that two words, if and maybe, then that means 70 to 80% they are not coming, they are not meeting, they are not seeing you. So please, I want to say people, like, please be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because I hear sometimes people saying that they have waited for a partner who was coming over there for 1 hour, but that
didn't
person
go.
didn't show their face at all. And it's like, what does that person say? I'm like, "Ikettara iku." I'm like,
I know they.
idiot. It means that person is not coming.
Yeah, I know they say it to be polite,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like I wish they were more directly sometimes.
I think that's the Japanese culture, like not to hurt other person, not to be rude with the other person. And if they say like, no, I'm not seeing you, it's rude, right?
Yeah.
Like if you say that, like I asked you to come to this interview, right? And if you say that I'm not coming, it's rude. But if you say that, I'll think, I'll just consider, let's see what happens. But you mean that I don't want to go. But if Japanese is like that.
Yeah, I think it depends in the culture in that way because I think in Argentina it's more rude if you say maybe I will go and then you don't go, then that's more rude.
Yeah,
I think.
I think
So
in my culture it's the same.
I prefer you to tell me I won't go.
Yeah, directly, right?
Directly.
Yeah, I think in Japan, I don't know in other countries, but especially in Japan, it's like that. Like people don't say anything indirect, like especially the negative things. If it's a negative thing, then they don't say. Like in relationship also, many people will not say that I love you. They will say, oh my gosh, kita no. They don't. I like you. They say I like you. They don't say I love you. And I love you and I like you are two different things, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I like you but I love you is you literally adore that person. You love that person. You inspire that person. You are. But I like you is like I like you everything.
Yeah.
I like this. I like that. I like that. But in Japan, it's like that.
Yeah.
They don't say anything direct.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. So I think it's different culture. So if you come here, you have to adapt to their culture.
So I'm saying just try to know that and don't do a mistake. It's like just appearing in that place where that person does not so and get hurt. Just try to know the culture more in details. And if you don't know this, try to talk with someone who has been in this culture for a long time. If you have any questions related to this, you can write down in the comments so I can reply you, especially anything like, okay, my friend said this, can we, you can DM me in Insta so that it can be easy for me to like tell you, because if you don't want to be public writing in the comment down and saying that, oh, I won't happen this, right? So yeah. So is that like, what are the things you think foreigners would do, like some of the rules and regulations they broke? No. Do you think there are some rules and regulations they should like strictly consider while coming to Japan?
Yeah, like not being noisy. That's important. It's everything about being polite, I think. But being polite is different in every culture, so you have to search how they are here before coming, I think. Yeah, because maybe what for you it's impolite, here it's polite. What for you it's polite, here it's impolite. So I think just searching a little will help you for your stay here.
So know more about the culture before coming.
Yeah.
Try to research a little bit more. Watch the videos, watch anything you can find, or read any articles, or I don't know, anything what you find in internet, so that it will be more easier.
I
for
think
you.
the most important thing is not being noisy. Like, don't be loud, don't disturb in public places, like psyching. I have seen like a lot of videos of tourists making disturbance.
Okay,
Like,
in the
just-
near the stations, in the
Yeah,
I know
or
it's
at
on the
temples, like that's sacred places. You can't do that in sacred places. I don't know. Just respect the culture.
Okay, it means okay. So guys, if you are one of those who are making that all the noises and disturbance in the private places, or it doesn't matter it is private or public, because Japan considers is one of the safe and clean place to live for many people, and I think you also should respect that culture and environment, because if you make that crowded, not crowded, I mean if you make it noisy, disturbed, and unsafe, then I think it will lead to a bad direction, which is not good for you yourself and for the country of your where you came from. So just don't do something which will lead to a bad direction. And yeah, is there anything difficulties you faced and you don't want other foreigners who are coming to Japan to face it? Like in Japan, you have a lot of paperwork, right? Have you faced the difficulties paperwork?
Yeah, the paperwork was really difficult at first.
So how people can like go through that?
Knowing the language is the best. It's always the best. If you come with at least a little of the language, it will help a lot with everything. And searching for a job was really hard also at first. Like, if you come as a tourist, obviously it doesn't matter. But if you come as a working holiday visa, like me, at first searching for a job it's really difficult. I recommend having contacts. Like if you already have friends living here, or if you live in a share house, just talk with the people in the share house, because my most important job here, I got it recommended by this Japanese friend I made in the share house. So having contacts here is the most important part, I think, if you just came here, because they will help a lot. Like even with the paperwork, I think if you have contacts here, they will help you, because they already know how they did it. So yeah, I think it's the best. Like if you don't know anyone, then start searching in internet groups like
communities.
Yeah, working holidays, Japan, or Japan and your country. There's always a community of each country. Like I'm not really into Argentinian community, because now I just don't want to interact with Argentinians. But if you really need help, there's gonna be a community of your country. So just join that community and ask them for help. They will help you. Yeah, always have contacts. I think that's super important. If you don't want to interact with people from your country, then just start talking with people around
With whom you want.
Like share house, or if you don't live in a share house, with people from the Kinjo.
The surrounding environment.
So I think that's really important when you come here, and if you come alone and you don't know anyone. Like when I came here first, I didn't know anyone. I didn't have friends living here. Like I had friends from friends, not my
Oh.
friends.
Friend's friend.
Yeah, and I didn't meet them like in months. So when I first came here, I was alone, and I had to make everything alone at first. So I just got in groups. I searched a lot how the things, what I have to do, everything. Since the first day I came, like I knew I had to go to the Shiyaku show. I knew I had to get a telephone line. Like all those things, I already searched it before from coming and did it by myself. But even if you are struggling even with that, you just can just start talking with people around here and they will help you. So I think that's really important.
So yeah, I think that's a very important thing what you told is that going to a Japanese government office is very important as soon as you come to Japan, and your phone number, phone, everything you should like SIM and everything you should get, and there are other many like bank information like bank transformation. I'm sorry, English is not my first language. So yeah, I think there are very many paperwork which you have to do in Japan, and it's very hard because mainly they work with the Japanese language. Now they're increasing the language to English, Chinese, Korean, and other many, but still if you know Japanese then it's very easy to go with. And if you don't know the language, guys, please try to find a community. As she said that having a connection is very important in Japan, and myself I feel like that because I always had a family, so it was more easy for me to go and work with anything I wanted. But I think having a one good person or a small family or connections will help you a lot to grow together and know a lot of things. So yeah, and I think she have mentioned a lot of good points. I think which might help you to come and live in Japan in a better way, in a very good way. And saying that, I would like to say thank you so much for being here and helping our audience to know more about our like Japanese culture and things what they need to learn, like the language, connection, rules. Don't make noise at all in the trains, surroundings. So yeah, there are other many things which you need to learn and do research before coming to Japan. Saying that, I would like to say thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for reminding me.
And yeah, guys, please, it's so hot out over there, so please stay hydrated, drink water a lot, and be safe. And yeah, please don't forget to share, subscribe, comment, and see you again in the next video with a new guest. Bye bye.